Hold my beer.
A lot of the things that I do report on this channel actually are the facts. I'm Satan, basically. I understand that as a public figure, my job means that I will be criticized, and I am fine with that. Bull crap, okay? I don't care if you talk about me. I don't care if everyone talks about me. No. Talk about me. I talk about people all the time. You don't have to like me. You don't have to like what I do. You can monetize the hell out of me. I don't care. Talk about me. She's a nasty, vile human being that needs to be held accountable.
Hey guys, and welcome to Janet being Janet. Okay, so if you were with me in one of my more recent videos, you know that I'm stuck doing laundry all night long because my kid and my husband needs laundry. So I have this great big huge bin over here that rolls, and you're not going to be able to see it, but there's a whole bunch of laundry in it all the way to the top, and I need to get it done. So that's what I'm going to be working on, and I said I'd try to get a few videos done while I was doing it. So that's what I'm going to do. But here's something I came across on Instagram for you. Alright? We all care about Little V. And we all have cared about Little V. Everybody in the community has. And Miss Katie, when she was on TikTok, she used to talk about him and whenever it suited her. And so I come across something and I was like, alrighty, let's see what she has to say about Mr. V when she's not on TikTok. Are y'all ready for this? Let me share this with you, okay? It's not negative because we don't go negative whenever it comes to Mr. V. And let me tell you, okay, my little face thing that I have on that's coming off of my neck, it says you put it on for 10 minutes right before bedtime. And then you go to sleep and you take it off the next morning. Yeah, I think I put it on about 3 hours ago. I think that's what I did. Because I thought I was going to go to sleep after the first load. Yeah. Who am I kidding? Alright, here we go. You ready for this? Alright, I think we're all ready. So, y'all, I hope you're having a good night. I am. Even though I'm doing this, I'm having a good night and y'all should too. Alright, here we go. Once again, here we go. People with disabilities are under attack and my heart is breaking. Thankfully, my state has amazing leadership that won't let the bullies win. Thank you, Attorney General Keith Ellison and Governor Tim Walz for protecting Medicaid. A few days ago, my heart sank to the floor when I learned that federal portals for Medicaid were down. My son is 100% disabled and relies on Medicaid to ensure he has home care nursing. Without Medicaid, we wouldn't have nursing for school or at home. So now you know that Medicaid is what provides him his care that he does need and he is required. Medicaid is not just for low income. Medicaid helps children and adults with disability obtain the necessary services that are needed. When the Trump administration recklessly froze all the federal spending and violated the law, panic overcame my thoughts. There are millions of children and adults that rely on these systems to help them. Despite the claims by the Trump administration that Medicaid would not be cut off, his executive order slashing DEI gutted families like mine. So was she really worried about V? Is that who she was really worried about? Or was she really worried about not having services to take care of V? That was kind of my question. Sorry, guys. DEI policies and laws protect people with disabilities from discrimination and help implement policies that help with inclusion and provide needed services. Trump continuing to attack people with disabilities has been my worst fear come to life. My son is 12. Autistic and mentally fragile. He will never live independently and will always need help. We have been forced to deal with exorbitant medical bills, loss of work, alienation from friends and family, and trauma from the near-death illnesses that landed him in the ICU. The one saving grace was the state of Minnesota helping parents like me. They ensured that all children with significant disabilities would be granted health insurance that would not deny them based upon their pre-existing conditions. Minnesota Medicaid has helped our son live a life where he is safe and has resources he needs. He can go to school and have nursing with him. He will never be at risk of being alone and potentially end up in a life-threatening situation because of Medicaid. This is not political. Kind of sounds political to me, does it not to you? Because we all know she doesn't like Trump. I know plenty of Republican parents that have kids just like my son that rely on Medicaid. I'm sick to my stomach thinking that administration will continue to propagate hate against people with disabilities. Most recently blaming a plane wreck on people with disabilities with no proof. Thank you, Republican Ken Nelson and Tim Walz, for standing up for Minnesotans by suing Trump to stop the federal funding freeze. The original memo put out about the funding freeze said nothing about Medicaid or programs for people with disabilities being exempt from the freeze. In fact, it referenced Marxist equity, which is specific nod to programs that aid in inclusion and equality, I don't know why I keep saying that, for marginalized people, which isn't communist. At no place does the memo state Medicaid, federal student loans, and grants for Medicare were exempt. Also, FYI, Green New Deal referenced in the memo is not a law, nor is it implemented into law or programs. Okay, so the reason why I wanted to bring that to you is one, okay, everything in here is my opinion, only my opinion, and that's all it's ever going to be, okay? Two, this is for your entertainment and only your entertainment, and that's all I expect it to be, okay? Plus it's late at night and my mind is just bing, bing, bonging, and that's all it really ever does. But in there, you got to hear her political stance, who she liked and who she didn't like. You got to hear about her what? I think it was her governor. I think that's what she said. You got to hear about V. We got to hear about him. And so we got to hear about all these people, but the main thing is her son. She didn't say anything negative about her son, so we don't have to think that, you know, there's anything negative or, you know, threatening going on with her son, which is a very, very good thing. She just updated that saying, you know, he has, you know, certain disabilities, but she didn't say he was suffering. She didn't say anything like that was going on. So that's good. In my eyes, that's good. Yes, she might have used him to be part of the story, but we all know she does that. We all know that if it benefits her in any single way, she's gonna use him. And it's just like when she was on TikTok talking to everybody and saying, my son, well, it's so hard on me. I have to do this. He has so many scripts. It's my routine. I have to go to bed with him. I have to do this. I don't get much sleep because of him. I mean, she was able to go ahead and portray her life as one certain way because she has her son. For goodness sakes, she was talking about a feeding tube, and I said, I can't say anything about that because I know absolutely nothing about that. So I had to let her talk on that, you know, until somebody clued me in to pack this bill. But that's the thing. I had to be taught about a feeding tube because of her son. And she talks about all this trauma that was caused to her, but what about her son? That's what starts upsetting me, and what starts getting me is because she talks about all the stuff that happened to her. She doesn't talk about the stuff that happened to Todd. She doesn't talk about the stuff that happened to V. She talks about the stuff and how it affected her. That's all I read in that post, is how the Medicaid would affect her and how she's grateful she has it for her son. That's what I read. You might not have read it the same way, and like I said, I always put it up on the screen for you so you can read it and you can form your own judgment, because I'm not here to do your judgment for you. I'm just here to give you my opinion. And like I said, it's always my opinion and only my opinion, and I'm sorry that I covered my face with all of the little things and you just got to see my laundry on each side, but that's what I'm doing right now. So I'm just waiting for this stuff. I'm not going to be able to leave it on all night because you're not supposed to talk or it'll start peeling off, and it's already starting to peel off. You're not supposed to move or it'll start peeling off, so you're not supposed to move, and I'm moving a lot because I got to get the clothes out of here in the dryer and take them over there because I'm putting them in a big pile, and I'm going to take that big pile in there and hang them up on my little rail, so in the morning they can grab what they want, and then in tomorrow afternoon they can grab the rest of their clothes and they can take the rest of the clothes and they can go hang them up. Then I can go back and take down my laundry stands that I have. Y'all seen my laundry racks, you know. I can take those down. I can have my living room back until Sunday, and then I'll put them back up, and it's a routine of everything. But I'm hoping if I'm doing them all right now tonight, I'm hoping I won't have that many due on Sunday. Is it going to be a hope? Yep. Is it going to be a hope that works? Nope. But I'm going to try. So, that's what we're going to do. But that's what I wanted to say to you today, and I just wanted to say, hey, you know what? He mentioned just a little bit, and it wasn't in a negative way. So I hope y'all have a good day, night, weekend, holiday, year, whenever you might be watching this, and I hope you remember to smile today. And y'all know I can't sing at all, or you make somebody else smile, because it really can make a difference. I'm gonna be that one that goes crazy for lack of sleep. You know, when that happens, you just have lack of sleep, and it's like your mind just goes woo, 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 and nothing makes sense. That's gonna be me. That's gonna be me, and I own that. So y'all, make sure you have a good one for me. Bye.